Oh, right, all right, guys. We got Hero in the top left side of the map. He's going to go for an early block on Solar, and he barely gets there. Solar in tatters. Oh, this is, of course, the Wardy 2025 tournament, guys. Solar in the bottom right, Hero in the top left, and Solar's going to be irritated, man. He might try to bait a pylon here. He's trying to pretend he's taking this base. If the probe had moved away, he would have built it, but Hero does not take the bait, and Solar is just wasting money chasing this probe. He should just go back to mining. But now that the probe's harassing him, he might harass that. Spawning pool goes down, locks the probe from rotating back and forth. Does limit the movement that probe can do, which is kind of nice. Probe's going to be rotating around. Very nice. Cybercore going up. All right. Pretty standard opening here for Hero, guys. It's a best of 5. Hero comes in as the incumbent favorite. But he's an incumbent favorite who every now and then just gets punched in the face by Solar. Of course, historically, if we go back a few years, all of their matchups involved Hero playing really friggin' good. But then just throwing away a ton of army or making some huge mistakes. Solar would get a massive lead, and then Hero would basically pull a rabbit out of a hat and just bring the game back from a terrible position. He'd get in Solar's face, Blink Stalkers in, Sniper Hatchery, Prism runs around in circles, and by the time Solar finally gets his attack across the map, Hero barely defends it, despite having a way worse army for the previous, 5 minutes. There are windows where Solar can kill Hero, where somehow Hero will distract him and lead him on a bit of a goose chase, a wild goose chase, and get away with murder. I'm kind of pausing there because I've just realized what the hell's a wild goose chase. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to catch a goose. I know they're pretty savage, but this is a pretty old term, right? If you got a shovel or something to hit it over the head with, surely it's not that hard to catch a goose, is it? I guess they can fly. They probably just fly away when they see you coming, eh? Anyways, you guys let me know the history of wild goose chases are saying. I'd love to hear it. Ling's rallying out. Does deliver a Zergling gift wrap to that Adept. She's only taken a little bit of damage. Third hatchery coming up. 2 queens there. Third one's almost out. Adepts are going to shade forwards. Let's go. He's going to shade backwards. Nice. Stalker's going to take down the Overlord. Oh, there's actually a pillar there. I always forget there's a little pillar here. It's kind of hidden in amongst the grass and stuff. Adepts are going to shade back. Lings are looping around. They're looking for that Stalker. Hero brings the Oracle over. Look at that wall off, guys. Isn't that a thing of beauty? Beautiful wall off from Hero. It's friggin' stupid wall offs. I don't know. Why is the gateway placed like that? The advantage of this wall off is the wall off is closer to your third. So later on when you're dealing with a push, you don't have your wall off as far back, which means your army here is closer to your army here. But it does mean you need an extra structure, and I can't imagine this is planned, knowing how bad Hero is at his wall offs. The Adepts are going to try and shade in, but the Lings are quick to return home. 2 Adepts will get inside. They should take out at least 1 or 2 drones. Evo Chamber does not get down, but he's not target firing. Finally, he gets a drone. But only 1, man. And now he's just going to have to trade on these Zerglings as best he can. Hope he can get 1 or 2 more drones in the natural. That's going to be a total of 2 drones. Does not get the third. Not the smoothest micro here for Hero. Massive thank you, Anonymous, with a massive fart noise. Those in the YouTube video didn't hear that, but those watching live did. That's right, guys. We only have the really obnoxious alert sounds for those watching live. Unless my recording fails, in which case you guys will get those sounds as well, I think. Oh, no. Yeah. Ooh, Oracle's going to have to fall back. 4 drones do go down. 6 drones, 11 Zerglings. Actually, I think they only go on the live track, not the video audio track. So I think even the Twitch video doesn't get them either. Zergling's going to go over this side. It is a quick Twilight. Is this Glaives? I think there's got to be Blink. That's not a very quick Twilight, sorry. Oracle's going to fall back. 5 drones more. Go down to the Oracles. I'd say at this stage, Solar's fine because he's got a quick fourth, but he's got to not take any follow-up damage, and he needs to catch back up on those workers. He's gone for an early Roach Warren against Blink as well, which is always a bit awkward. So I'm kind of hoping for Solar's sake, he goes straight Hydra Den, doesn't really invest in Roaches too much, because I don't think they're the correct answer against a Blink setup as much as you want them if it's early Zealots or Adepts. You see Solar getting Zerglings out there. He's got to defend another dive. That Spore is very far back. That's why he's got to be quick on pulling those drones. Oh, cool. Queen's going to get an extra hit or two. Bit of a mistake for Hero to leave that so close. Lings are nearby. This Adept Shade shouldn't find anything. And, oh, he's going to commit. Psychotic Shade. Does get 3 drones, so it's not a bad trade. And the distraction he was hoping to use to get a whole bunch of drones, but instead only 2 more drones with the Oracles, which are now both heavily damaged. Goes back to tag him. Seemed like a bit of a crazy move. I think he was thinking about doing a stasis trap. So it's 4 gates. He's going to go up to now 7 gates. 8 Gateway Blink. With no Templar Archives? 500 gas in the back? Guys, is Hero's build order even a build order? Is he just clicking buttons randomly? Because if you're going to commit to a timing, you need to go build a gateway on the map. But, like, it's kind of late for that. And yet he's banking an insane amount of gas. He's probed to 67 probes with no Size Storm yet. He's going to go straight for a 4th base. I swear, sometimes Hero's build orders look like a drunk man just scribbled some random gobbledygook on a napkin. And he's like, well, then the CIA are going to come to grab me. And after that, we're going to use our ray assimilator to try to do some... And I'm like, what are we talking about here? This build order is crazy. And now he's going charge. Guys, if you're going to play a Stalker Zealot style, you play this on 3 gas, not 6 gas. Hero's build is nonsense. Watch him beat Solar with it anyway. Solar's Hydras need to get over here to defend this base. Finally, they are out. Very unoptimized play here, but he got good harassment damage with the Oracles, which I think is putting him in an okay position. Stalker count starts to get whittled down, though. You don't want to throw too many Stalkers away here. A couple of Transfuses. One on the Hydras does go down. Hydras with some Ling Rally should be able to push this back. The Stalkers have traded quite well. 2-to-1 there in the efficiency. I do always feel weird saying it, but yeah, apparently it is actually gobbledygook. Gobbledygook. I don't know. Now I'm like, I'm actually mind gaming myself into pronouncing it like the slur. Damn it. I think I've just got, I get too nervous with that one, man. Queen Hydraling is here. 69 workers against 69. The power of old man memes and amazing Blink Stalker Micro. Look at the units lost tab. He's just not losing many Stalkers and he's killing everything. Oh my gosh. Stalker Micro is insane. Can you guys imagine if he actually hit a proper 8-gate timing off 3 gas rather than going 6 gas? That's crazy. That's crazy. He mauled him. I think it was a bit too much damage. I think those Oracles stacked up a bit too much. If you look at the early game, it was like 12 drones, a couple of Overlords, a couple of Zerglings, Hero Man, and then that great Stalker Micro fighting with no creep spread there. That's really scary. Nice game 1 for Hero. Alright guys, your build orders don't need to be good if you're an absolute wizard of micro. Hero for T1 in the top right now of Tourmaline, Solar in the bottom left. What the hell, man? Solar's got to clean up his opening for sure. He's got to clean up that opening. Now, does he build an Overlord, guys? He does, which means if Hero wanted to block him, he could block him again. But I think Solar's here played the mind game. He said, look, you blocked me game 1. I think next game you're going to do a no scout opening. Now, Hero's going a gate first. A gate scout? What are you doing a gate scout for, Hero? Ugh. Yuck. Gate scout, the most conservative build order. It's basically just not as good as going across and blocking the hatchery most of the time, I feel like. It's either that or don't scout, get a gas first, be greedy. The advantage is it keeps you safe. What if they were doing a 12 pool and pulling the drones? What if they were going to flood Lings really, really early? Builds which are so low percentage, so uncommon these days that it's odd to see Hero take a leaf out of Classic and Zaun's book. I think the biggest weakness of Classic and Zaun in this matchup is that they gate scout every game and it's super suboptimal when it comes to just getting early advantages. And early advantages snowball. If you guys need advantages, or need evidence. Like, a lot of people misunderstand ZVP. They think Serral's the best because he's good at late game. Don't get me wrong, that's part of what allows him to win. I'd say that's part of what allows him to win despite having a very indecisive mid game sometimes. Serral has a big weakness in this matchup. His mid game's super indecisive sometimes. What's amazing about Serral is his early game is optimized to a fault, and he studies his opponent's habits and takes advantage of them. So if you look, guys like Solar, any other Zerg basically than Serral, have a much higher percentage of getting their hatchery blocked than Serral. Serral is very good at guessing. Well, it's not even guessing. It's studying when his opponents like to hatchery block and then rushing his hatchery so fast they can't block it. And then other games, when he figures they're not going to block, then he goes for the greedy hatchery timing and still gets it down. He'll do little things like delay his Zergling speed by a few seconds because he sees no chrono boost on the gateway. And he says, well, I don't need Ling speed as quickly. Or I can skip Zerglings, which, by the way, hats off to Solar, only built 2 Zerglings because of no chrono in the gateway. That's the sort of optimization we need more from Solar. We need more things like that and just clean defense of the early game. I thought Hero might just keep chronoing Adepts across, since it did seem to disrupt Solar quite a bit in the previous game. Apparently regarding Wild Goose Chase, guys, it was a modern usage was first in Shakespeare. However, before that, it was used to refer to the V shape that was seen behind the leader in old-style horse racing. Thank you, Twitch chat. I don't know what that means, old-style horse racing V-shape thing, but etymology, when you're going back 500 years, as you often are, does lead to some very weird things. They're like, oh, it's because of the shape of the goldsmith's hammer. You guys know the goldsmith's hammer that everyone had in 16th century trade shops? And you're like, okay, I don't know what we're talking about now. Adept's going to go straight on in. This is a bit of a chaotic shade, but I guess seeing only 2 Zerglings, he's like, yeah, this is fine. Queen should have moved inside. Because now, the Queen should have moved inside. Ooh, good Spore Tricks, though. Very good Spore Tricks. Cancels his Spores very early before the shade even happened. But can the Zerglings get the kill? I think they can. Nice. Good defense by Solar. He's going to lose an Overlord on the front, but this requires Hero to be a bit more defensive. Spores are going to go down at very safe timing at home. And the Zergling's going to poke around, see if there's an opening. This time, the wall-off looks pretty solid. Pylon goes up on the 3rd. And we're going to see a 3rd gas. He's going to try and play the same style as last game, but actually with the correct gas count this game, maybe. Nice Evo. Spore Crawler can get focused down by an Oracle. Evo Chamber has enough hit points to tank through. Oh, good damage on the Oracle. I mean, obviously it's just shields, but good to push it back for now. And this time, it's traumatized by the Stalkers in the last game. +1 melee is going to come in. Good choice, good choice. Is this live? It's like the 37th person today. Welcome to the best games of StarCraft. Where I've accidentally encouraged everyone to spam the dumb question. Oh! Nice hatchery. Nice. Oh, he's going to get a cancel. Oracle joins in with the damage there. That's annoying for Solar. He's going to have to rebuild it. But Solar's on 46 workers. He's taking a 2nd gas now, but I think he's on 3 mineral lands mostly saturated. 14 on the 3rd, 17 on the natural, 16 in the main. Where's that 4th hatchery, guys? Oh, he's very slow to send a new drone out. It's not the end of the world. You'll still have the hatchery up at about 5:30, but would have been a super fast hatchery if he got that middle one up. Probably would have just been worth it to let the drone die. I don't think he thought the Oracle was there. The Adepts alone would not have been able to kill that hatchery. And if his Queens and Lings got over there a little bit quicker, he would have been able to save it. So normally it's worth going for the hatchery there. But with the Oracle being so close by and Hero instantly turning on its laser, it was, of course, better if he just let the drone initially die. Hindsight's 2020. Oracle's seeing a lot right now. You should have an idea. No Roach Warren sees a Bane Nest. Oh! I think the Lings should be attacking the natural rather than the 3rd here. It's triple Oracle. Hydra Den's on the way, guys. You know what's really good against triple Oracle and a Blink Stalkers? +1 melee Zerglings and Hydras. 4th base is coming up. He's on 67 drones. He's trying to squeeze a few more workers out because he's already built a massive Zerglings, which means the Stalkers can't even move across. Robo Bay does start. So Hero's going to try and play a single Robo Colossus build. Ooh, Oracle's going to kill 3 drones. The reason why Prism's coming out is purely so he's ready for the Colossus push. So he doesn't have to... He can build 3 Colossus non-stop and then immediately move out. Doesn't have to wait for the Warp Prism. And actually, he's going to go second Robo as well. Ooh. Okay, 5 drones, not bad. Now, if you go for a Hydraling Bane timing and you hit when there's like 1 Colossus out, you just kill him usually. But if you wait till there's 2 or 3 Colossus, if you go to 85 workers, spend your time droning up, taking more gases, thinking about an infestation pit, that's where you're in trouble. But if, when Bane speed finishes and Muscular Augments, the second upgrade, which should queue up after this, you just go, that's when you crush Hero's Colossus style. Overseer sees it. He sees the Robo Bay and the second Robo. He does go Infestation. Don't get me wrong, Fast Lurkers and Vipers can be good against this as well. But I think there's a window to smash Hero's face in before that. Cancels at the very last second. There's so many stasis traps in the middle of this map, though. So very many. No 4th base for Hero. This is going to be a 3-base timing for him. Very simple build order. You do need some finesse to dissect this as the Zerg. Yeah, careful. Careful. There's stasis traps all around. Okay, he's like, oh man, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Oracles are going to come in for the snipe again. 3rd snipe on the 4th hatchery. Oh, you D-bag. He gets the drone to the hatchery. Doesn't lose the Oracle. Hero's Oracle's running away. You can see them there, guys. You know they're doing this. The middle finger. They're like, haha, you stupid fucking Zerg. Get out of here. Sorry, guys. I meant to be PG-13 on this channel, and I keep slipping up lately. I apologize. But let's be real. You know he's laughing right now. Solar might want to go to a timing. It was only his 5th base. It's not the end of the world. Oracle sees the missing gas in the main, which does now go down. Of course, he already took these 2 gases, so it's fine. So what is Zealot Colossus? Hydraling, not good against this. Obviously, Banelings will wreck Zealots, but... yeah, okay. So the thing is, Hero's trying to take this middle 4th. I think Hero's got to move out now. His 3rd Colossus is about to pop. Oh, does barely blink away from that Lynx around. Well done, well done. It's go time. 2nd Colossus is out. 3rd Colossus is coming. He's got a 4th, but he's only on 68 workers against an 84 drone Zerg. Lurker Tech. Vipers are about to be there. And Solar honestly needs to either wait for Lurkers or Vipers. I don't think he can fight right now. He's got no Banelings. Solar, not like this, mate. You should know. You know he's going Colossus. Why aren't we ready for this? The Vipers have just started. They're not ready. He's making Banelings on the front line. The 5th base, Hero wants to kill it for the 4th time in this game because he's Hero and he's a bit of a sicko. Hydras can still kill Colossus on creep. The Banelings. Oh, the Banelings all get cancelled, man. These Vipers aren't ready, bro. Link count is a decent idea, but there's 2 cannons up there. The door is wide open. Hero, the absolute nincompoop that he is when it comes to home security, leaves his door wide open. The Lings get in there. A few Zealots will warp in to try and defend it. Hydraling Bane's trying to defend, but the Viper's not quite here. Like I said, I think he would have been better off hitting his own Hydraling Bane timing when there was only 1 Colossus, and he could have traded, but that is beautiful. Abducts 2 of the Colossus in, and deep on creep, the Hydras excel. The Lynx around the Archons, 1 of the Oracles, or all of the Oracles actually go down. 1 Colossus does get saved, and it turns out Solar made the right call because those Vipers came out just in the nick of time. Very well played. Hoo-wee. The famous nuke incident. Are you talking about when I made sounds that sounded a little bit like I was climaxing, so to say? Very late at night, and Maru killed Solar's entire army with that nuke, okay? Solar had that game in the bag. He had it in the bag, man, and then he walked all of his broodlords into that nuke. There was no sound other than pained ecstasy that could commentate that moment. That's not my fault, guys. That was professional. Because it was kind of pained, which represented Solar's feelings in the moment, but it was also ecstasy, which represented Maru's I can't believe I'm winning this game that I was totally dead in. Prism gets picked off. Hero, though, can he buy himself time to get back in this? He actually, dude, he's actually distracting him so much, and he's on 8 gas with Storm now. If he can get a second Robo and a few more Immortals, he's fine. He's going to try and go Fleet Beacon. I mean, his army still has nothing in it. It's 1 Colossus and 7 High Templar. I was like, he has 7 High Templar. I didn't realize he has no other units. Hero's got, he's like, Storm, time to do some heavy lifting, bro. Storm, please. High Templar dropping their first 2 Storms. Colossus trying to defend the right side. He just lost a building on that right side. I'm not sure if it was anything crucial. Probably just a gateway or something like that. Lurkers are going to start inching their way through. The Zealots trying to distract him. He's got to be more careful with these Zealots. I think pull him away and then run away. You got to buy time here. The Fleet Beacon, he needs Tempest. Maybe a Mothership could help him as well. See, the High Templar drops the Storm. Doesn't go down there. Oh, that Storm wasn't good. Does get himself a few of these Lurkers down with the Storms. Good Storm. Does lose the High Templar, but you can see how good that is against Lurkers, man. Even though you do get hit when you cast it, does a lot more damage, but Solar's got that battle line. Hydras and Lings running in the right side as well. Hero's going to go forward. He's going to try and break it. Blinding Clouds helping out massively. The unit's kind of waddling forwards on top of the Lurkers. Is he going to break through? Dude, I can't believe he's even broken out at all. But the Hydra Ling killed his third at the same time. So he's in a desperate spot. Of course, the door was wide open. Lings are inside the base. Nincompoop is one of the best insults out there in the world, right? Nincompoop's one of my favorite guys. Mothership is on the way, +3. I think Hero's build was pretty good. Just those Vipers came out just barely in time to save Solar. There is an argument that maybe he should have just killed a base and then run away and gone for Storm earlier. Because if he kept his Colossus alive, it would have been hard for Solar to ever find an opening. But Hero was pretty committed to a 3-base timing, so he wanted more, which is why he went for it. And now he loses both Oracles. Oh no, he's got barely any Storm. Like 2 Immortals, 3 Archons. Zergling Hydra cleaning up any Zealots trying to go across. 1 Colossus is going to run over there. It's got 24 kills. The Colossus has got a lot of heavy lifting to do, dude. So much heavy lifting. 35 kills, but it does go down. Lurkers on the front as well. Solar's just going to shove in on this base yet again. Hydraling Lurker smashing it, dude. Solar fighting back. He's not going to go down without a fight in this series, man. That's good to see. I like a back and forth Hero Solar series. I feel like they have a mixture of some of the wackiest but also most exciting games. Oh god, Overseer arrives just in time. Time Warp not enough to overwhelm that numbers advantage, and Solar ties up the series. Alright guys, we've got Hero in the top right side of the map. It's tied up 1-1 on Old Republic, and Hero has decided he does not want Solar taking a natural today. And to do this on this giant map, you need to send one of your very first probes across the map at the very start. Oh, thank you so much, Anchor, for the support there, guys. Really appreciate it. It says, have a nice beach day tomorrow. Now some cheddar, serrano, fried ciabatta for the wife and kids. Life is good. Anchor, thank you very much. Anchor's been watching us from Finland. Big Serral fan, big Pigstarcraft fan while doing the night shift recently. So as we get towards the last series of the day, Anchor normally says, all right, finally finishing work. Let's go and get it. Did Solar just go hatchery before Overlord, guys? Who the hell goes hatchery before Overlord on Old Republic? How did he know that Hero was going to send one of his first probes across? Hero must do this a lot. I would always assume I'm going to get a 16 hatchery down on this map. But Solar, he's like, I know who I'm playing against, man. I know who I'm playing against. He's a D-bag. He wants to force me to take that third, which is miles away. So he goes for the hatchery before Overlord. This is such a good way to play it. 15 hatch before Overlord. It's not a 15-15. He builds the Overlord, still builds 3 drones, and just goes pool and gas after. So it's a normal... It's like a normal hatch gas pool build, just the order gets shifted a bit to make sure you get that hatchery down. This is really smart, man. Alright, Nexus is on the way. It's going to be Nexus core on 20. And then he's going to resume probes. And then he'll take the second gas on 21. So it's 1 probe, 75 minerals onto gas. Bam, bam. Queue up 1 more probe. You'll see that enter the queue now. And then we're going to see a pylon before he resumes non-stop probing. So we'll see him build that pylon momentarily. There we go. Perfect build order for Hero. Very standard. This is your super typical standard 1-gate expand. You can do this in all 3 matchups. Most dangerous in PvP. But PvT, PvZ, you can kind of just do this same opening pretty much every game, and it's not too bad. On a smaller map, the Reaper might get in and cause you a little bit of trouble. Have a few seconds annoying you in the main base, but it's not too bad. We're going to be rotating around here. Link speed's on the way. 2 queens building. Stargate coming in as well. Warp getting Adept on the way. Second Adept coming out. Third hatchery. Oh, he's going to get the block. Hero's trying to play a disruptive game right here, guys. And Solar, I think he's thinking about taking the low ground base. I don't think it's the best base to take. It's not the worst, though. Oh, I think Hero knows that he's going to try and do that. Oh, the Shade can block it. The Shade blocks it. Oh, my God. He's so annoying. You're so annoying, Hero. Cancels the other pylon. He's happy to just have delayed it a bunch of time and now trap this drone. This is so annoying. Yes, his third gets down, but it's delayed 30 seconds. Adepts is shading, and there's a Void Ray behind this to deny the follow-up scouting. Hero says, you may have got your expansion down, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to make your life a living nightmare. Notice the drones blocked this opening. He didn't want the Adepts getting through the mineral line, because if they get in that choke point, they're really hard to shut down. And, oh, Link Speed's not quite ready. I think he wants to chase. You got to get that ready point, Adept. You can't let her escape, bro. You can't be letting her escape. She's going to regenerate her shield. Sorry, let me click on her. We can see her shield is back to 15, 20. Yeah, I can't believe he let her escape, man. If he shades again right now, Hero's home scot-free. And he does. Oh, and Void Ray is going to come out for the Overlord as well. Turns on Prismatic Alignment. Overlord goes down. Adepts it back to the choke point. Solar's like, get back here. Get away from her, you bizacch. Pylon's going to go down. Well, Pylon cancels. But 2 Zerglings for it. And as long as that doesn't supply... Oh, it does supply block him. Pylon, Pylon, Pylon. Okay, a little slow to get that next Pylon down. This is why the Pylon snipe on the third is actually really annoying. Ooh, Void Ray's going to get a second Overlord, I think. I probably would have committed and had my Void Ray deep in red hit points for the rest of this game. I don't know, it's just an early Overlord kill feels too... And then he just goes back, mate. If you're preserving the hit points on the Void Ray, don't go back for a creep tumor. The Overlord's worth way more than that. Perhaps are going to shade forwards. Lings for the surround. Does force a cancel on the shade. Good play here by Hero. Really good play. Okay, Void Ray's regenning shields. These Adepts, including the lady from earlier that got down to 4 hit points. All alive. Behind this, do we see a charge opening? Oh, it's Glaives. I thought this was going to be charged for sure. Because it's a 2-gas build, you see. But it's going to be Glaive Adept. So he's going up to 5 Gateway Glaive. It's going to be... This is basically a super late Glaive Adept timing, which, for those who don't know, ruins mass Zergling builds. I don't know how he thinks this is going to get in before either Heavy Roach, Hydra, or Bane is out, though. This is a nonsense Adept timing, guys. This is like he's done a normal Blink timing Twilight. It's not early at all. And he's like, hey, I'm just going to randomly rock up with 20 Adepts at like 7 minutes. I feel like Solar... He's doing a Ravager Queen all in. Problem is you only build 10 roaches with this. You are heavily reliant on mass Zergling. The way this works, right? They're both doing big attacks into each other. Solar's is a bit more committed. If Hero realizes what's happening, uses his Adepts to defend, he's in a great spot. Problem is if he commits his Adepts into the Queens and Roaches and throws them all away, it's lights out. He dies to the all-in very quickly. Because like I said, it's only a total of 10 Roaches. Mass Zergling behind. A few drones actually got rebuilt. Interesting, which I wasn't expecting from Solar. He's going to go for the Dropper Lord now. Lings at the front. Catch the Adepts. Oh. But the Shade was about to finish, so he gives up on it. He's going to back away. Mass Cannon batteries on the way as well. Not mass, but 1 cannon. A second battery. Void Ray's in the middle if he can get rid of the Overlord. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh my gosh. The problem is that Overlord, if it dies, you're in trouble, man. So this Void Ray is going to slow this push down. Queen's doing good micro. Good micro. See, the Overlord does have increased acceleration. A few patches ago it got. He's going to try and go past. Queen's going to go after the Void Ray. Not the best micro there for Hero. And he does lose it, which is going to allow him to keep pushing. Mass Adept is here. Mass drones into Spire. Solar's decided not to commit. Solar decided not to commit. And it's Mass Glaive Adept, and he's going Mutas. Oh, this is a genius pivot from Solar. When I saw him build a few drones, I thought it was just a couple of workers so he had a better follow-up. He's actually straight up hard switched. Wow. Hero's like, where's the all-in? Where's the all-in? Where's the all-in? He has no idea. He's full-balled himself and he's going to go attack now with 26 Adepts. You know what's funny? Solar doesn't have enough Roaches to fight this. He might die to this. He doesn't have enough Roaches. The Adepts will win. The Lings are worthless against this many Adepts. They got +1 as well. They're going to shade in and just headbutt. Those queens are just getting wrecked. There's not enough roaches. Roach speed's about to finish. More roaches are popping out, but holy moly, it's so many Adepts. It's so many. Oh my gosh. I mean, he needs to do massive damage. He's got nothing to deal with the mutas coming. He's trying to make Blink and Stalkers behind this. He needs to do a lot of damage. Hero's Adept numbers are starting to thin out a little bit. There's still quite a few there, though. It's still 14 Adepts. Picking off a mixture of Adepts and Roaches. He should drones and Roaches. He should hold position the Adepts and maybe even focus just a few, two or three at a time on these drones. Takes out a bunch more Roaches there. He's going to try and go to the front, but there's mutas out now. At least he sees the mutas, but dude, these Adepts and Oracles are in trouble. Stalkers are going to join up. He's going to keep attacking. He wants the Stalkers to deal with the mutas, the Adepts to deal with the Zerglings. Stasis traps try to go down. One of the Oracles falls before the Stasis trap can complete. The mutas are going to fly around right now. Mass Roachling trying to be rebuilt on the ground. This game has just gone to hell in a handbasket. Solar flies up here with his mutas, finds a random shield battery and gateway building. He's like, what the heck is this? Hero's like, mate, I gotta keep going if I want a chance of winning this game. Roach is trying to push him back on the front. The Stalker's gonna try and up the ante, trying to make him get stressed out and make mistakes. But there's a massive Roachling, and there's a big problem on his side of the map that he has not responded to at all. He tried to build a cannon and a battery in the main. Okay, he does warp in a few Stalkers, which actually is decent. And he might be able to pick off a lot of units on the front, as long as he doesn't go too deep here. The mutas are in the natural, though. These Stalkers need to get down, but this next blink will be powerful. They're going to start taking out at least one of the mutas. Only 3 probes went down. This could have been much worse. The Stalker's getting caught by the Zerglings, though. There's so much to look at once here. Hero has purposely made this game chaotic. And honestly, with the 1-1 upgrades, you'd think he might do a bit better, but he's just so outnumbered. The way Solar just droned that fourth, pivoted into mutas, and didn't actually end up committing to the drop was genius. It was such a smart move. Hero's built a bunch of cannons now, 4 cannons, 3 batteries across his base. Unfortunately, the mutas just lost their 5th mutalist, which means they no longer have lethality. Cannons, oh, can they take out another muta? It barely survives. This probe's going to go out and take a 4th base. Hero desperately in need of that, but he's also going to need splash damage. There's so much Roachling on the ground. I think at this point, Solar could probably split half of his army to attack the natural. Ooh, only 2 mutas left. The Stalkers caught them there. Great blink by Hero to catch that. Now, Hero still has an outpost in the middle of the map. The rocks are getting taken down. Hero knows he's about to be under siege. Tries to blink forward to pick off some units by surprise, but that means he's just used his blink forwards rather than backwards. And he loses 3 Stalkers before the blink is ready again. That was such a chaotic choice to blink forward there, but I wouldn't have it any other way. He would not be Hero if he didn't make decisions like that. The rocks were already almost down. Single muta, just flying. It's more of a scouting muta than anything else. Templar Archives will go down. Hero's supply is not that bad. His whole defense is predicated on him being forwards on the map and distracting Solar. Right now, they're fighting at Hero's base. I'm pretty sure Solar kills him. But remember what I said, sometimes Solar gets way ahead as a giant scary army, and somehow Hero just distracts him. And look at that. The Zealots coming in, pulling his roaches around, being a nuisance. He's just got to waste time. He's just got to waste Solar's time. That's his whole job, is waste time until you've got Storm and some mortars out. Solar's building a Baneling Nest. I think that's a very unnecessary structure in this sort of situation. You're on 69 drones, you're all in. I think as Solar, you just need to go, 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 go. You need to go force the fight. You cannot waste any more time. If he surrounds these Stalkers, this will be really good. But he needs to split half of this army to the right, maybe. The problem is then he might get overrun. The Roach is trying to defend down here. Stalker's still trying to kite in the north. Hero, he's going to take out the hatchery of the 5th base. Solar cancels at the last second. The Roaches will clean up those Zealots really efficiently. Does he have any spines on the next base? He does not. He's going to lose a lot of drones. But I don't think he cares. He's kind of all in already. He doesn't have a huge follow-up. Just Bane speed, nothing else. The Roaches defend at home. The Stalker's getting overrun. There's no Side Storm. There's just a few Archons in here. And even with the 1-1 versus just +1 upgrade advantage, numbers matter. And this Roach Ravager collecting together, starting to overwhelm. The Stalker's blink forward, which is absolutely insane. I think he knows when the reinforcements arrive, he's dead. So he figured maybe I can kill all these Ravagers. But now the reinforcements arrive, and that's just too much Roach Zergling on the dance floor. Beautiful trap on those Stalkers. Made it harder for them to shift around those rocks. They have to blink just to escape. You cannons and batteries to fall back on, but Hero don't got no splash damage, and that 4th base is dead. It's been a really good series so far, man. Good action. And the way Hero made this early game so chaotic, wow. But I think the super late Glaives timing is always a bit dodgy, though. It's always a little bit dodgy. There's still an Overseer in the main base. Solo's decided, let's build another drone, rebuild my 5th, make a melee upgrade. I've already got +2 range. It's not a bad way to do it. I think he's just trying to make sure he doesn't throw, waiting for Banelings with Bane speed. Break the batteries, get on top of the probes maybe. Zealot run by, continuing to be annoying, but I think he's done such a good job of rallying his units home and dealing with these whenever they come in. 0-0 Zerglings do really bad against 2-1 Zealots. Stalker's trying to start a step. They're so damaged. 2 Archons, 2 Immortals, 2 batteries in the cannon. Can it defend unlimited amount of Roach Ravager Baneling? The Banelings haven't done too much yet, but they will finally get in that worker line. Taking out a few probes. The Immortals are starting to fall. Biles are being dodged. But more Zerglings will come in and overwhelm the Stalker Immortal. No damage bonus versus armored against Lings and Ravagers. Only against the Roaches. Not against the Banelings either. It's been a long day of casting, and it looks like these games are not going to slow down anytime soon. Solar takes the 2-1 lead. All right, guys. Well, Hero says, okay, well, this is where I'd be going greedy and not scout, right? But guess what? I'm going to send my first probe across at the very start. Hero is going to try and block Solar yet again. Now, Solar is going to go Extractor Trick. Now, the question is, if he doesn't build an Overlord, that's good for Solar. But I think he's going to. He does. He builds the Overlord, which means he will get blocked. If he didn't build that, he could get down there and build his hatchery at... What time does a 15-hatch build, guys? Like 36, 37 seconds, something like that? Basically, I don't think there's any way you can block it, right? Yeah, I don't think you can get there till the end of 37, close to 38 seconds, so... Solar's going to have to just do a normal opening here. It takes a 16 hatch at his 3rd base. Not bad. He sent the drone down nice and early. So upon seeing that probe, he didn't have to go 17 or 18 hatchery, which means his 2 queens will come out at a really nice timing. Yeah, I got to try that charge lot style. The charge lot hero style that he was playing recently, I don't know if this one was from like a week before the recent finals, or 2 weeks before or something like that. But 2 weeks, 2.5, 3. It's from a few weeks back. So I don't think he was doing the charge style, but the charge style is very clever. I've actually been trying to emulate Hero's Chaos style recently. And it's been really fun and chaotic. But yeah, especially against Zerg, I do think Zealot builds have always been quite good. And it always makes me happy. You know, for a long time I was doing a lot of Zealot Phoenix and early charge first openings against Terran. Back when Terran was dominating with a lot of early pushes, and every Protoss refused to play early charge. And it wasn't until the hallucination tech got really good with scouting, and then you saw guys like Classic and Hero go charge first whenever they scouted an aggressive build. And I was like, yeah, this is what I've been doing the whole time. Obviously, I've been doing the noob version of it, where I just go charge no matter what. But they actually figured out, hey, you could go charge against Terran in like a discerning way. But now people have realized, like, hey, you can do it against Zerg as well. And it kind of reminds me of when they first changed the way charge worked. So the Zealot's got the passive movement speed buff. And for that first week or two, this is like 7 years ago or something, all I did was make 2 Void Rays and 4-gate Zealot pressure. And I was just running around with Zealots, like darting in, kill a few drones, run away. And the Void Rays were like trying to pick off Overlords and be annoying. It was just such an annoying... And it was just funny because the Zergs just weren't used to the Protoss having such fast Zealots running around the map. It's a good pylon block, guys. I don't think the Adept gets there in time, does it? Well, once again, he's only built 2 Zerglings. You can only... I think he's just being too greedy, isn't he? Was this Adept not chronoed? Is that why he skipped the extra Zerglings? If you see a chrono, you're meant to build 4 Zerglings. And yet, Hero's punishing him for doing this, I think, by saying, hey, 2 Zerglings can't kill a pylon. 4 Zerglings can kill a pylon that's building, but 2 cannot. That's the important thing here. And this Adept now getting great damage. 3 Zergling kills. Ooh, Lings do get in the main. I don't think he got any probes. Just a distraction. And that Queen, she was shooting the wrong Adept. He does target the correct one now. Well, good Spore Trick, but it's already lost 2 workers. The Adept's still alive. 9 hit points this time around. Zerglings almost have Link speed, but not just yet. The Adept's actually running towards the Lings. Absolute mad lasses. Oh, and he cancels the shade. Hero, you're actually a psychopath. Who the hell cancels the shade there, man? That was just a dumb move. He could have got both Adepts out of there. Well, thankfully, Hero thought at the start of the game was too good for him, so he decided to donate his 2 Adepts there. Gets a few Zerglings at least for his troubles, and he already got 2 drones, so I think overall it's a perfectly fine start for the Protoss player. Oh, no Spore. Gonna lose 3. 3 drones. Oracle takes a fair bit of damage, so I don't think he's too upset about that. 4 gas and a second gateway going down now here for Hero. He's got to secure that 3rd base, and I was sending 2 oracles across the map with nothing to secure the 3rd except a single adept. Okay, he's going to send the weak oracle home to defend. Fair enough, that's fine. He does take the 3rd on the right side. It's more of an awkward 3rd in my opinion. The other 3rd into this 4th makes a bit more logical sense, but I think the Zergling count he knew was a bit too high, so just goes for the unexpected base to secure it. Oh, doesn't even get a drone there. Nice Spore Trick and pull away. And he gets 1 drone on the way out, only 1. Sol is back on 42 drones. He has been behind from this early game. It's been a bad start for him. He's going to skip the Spore on his natural, build a Roach Warren in case it is Glaive Adepts or Zealots. I kind of feel like Solar needs to do something special here. He needs to cut a corner. I'm not sure, because another Overlord going down as well. This is a bad start units lost-wise, as you can see. And he's getting a supply block on 66 as well, which is really rough. Unfortunately, shot the healthy Oracle with the Spore and the Queen rather than the damaged one. 3 more drones go down. It's a big map, and Blink is not early, so he's got time to recover, but he really does need to recover after this disruptive start. Nice +1 coming in as well. Bit of a supply block on 70 for Hero. I think that's very welcome for Solar fans. They know that that'll give their boy a bit of a chance to recover here without Hero getting too far ahead, but 4th base is miles away. It's gonna come up now, but yeah, Solar's very poor in this game, and if the Adepts and Oracles find any more damage, he's in massive trouble. He tries to go directly to the Hydra Den. I think this is the best thing he could do here. Just try to get to Hydras, cross your fingers. Luckily, there's no Zealots or SCVs coming in. Watch out! Queen's gonna go down. Strayed too far from the Spore Crawler. Good snipe there. Very, very juicy. It's only 5 Queens. Cattle Bruiser enters the chat. A wild Cattle Bruiser. How we doing, mate? I remember there was someone called Cattle Bruiser who I believe made Footman Frenzy back in the day. Was it Cattle Bruiser who made Footman Frenzy? Or updated it in Warcraft 3? Footman Frenzy was a good custom map. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, dude. Really appreciate the love. Depth shading backwards. Gonna take out the Creep Tumor. Dude, thank you so much, Cattle Bruiser. There was a battle reporter as well. Oh, okay. Overseer does go down. Groove Spines is almost finished. Muscular Augments queued up behind it. Oh, Solar's going all in. Check it out, guys. So it's Stalker Pressure into Storm Immortal Charge. Great play for Hero. Solid play. He's on 3 base. It's pretty safe. Unless your opponent's on 60 drone and they're just going mass hydraling and their whole plan is to counterattack with half of their army while distracting you over here. Like, this is a gift. The fact that Hero's attacking like this is exactly what Solar wanted. Like I said, he's got to cut a corner or go for something big. He's got a big pack of Zerglings coming in. The Adepts and Zealots trying to warp in to defend. There is a cannon and a battery. The Hydras need to move in. He's got to move in with these Hydras at the same time. Lings are going to set up some of these stasis traps. That stasis trap could be nasty on that left side, but it looks like he will dodge it. Hydras taking out the cannons. He can get on this worker line. He's got to move the Hydras in, though. The Hydras are mostly attacking a Nexus. They're not doing critical damage, and that, I think, was a window that just got of opportunity that just got totally missed by Solar. Maybe could have sniped the Oracles there as well. The Oracles keep flying forward. That's Hero's F2 in action, guys. 1 Oracle goes down. No Muscular Augments just yet. There's a Colossus. Oh, God. Colossus separated from the army, though. Hero needs to group his army back together. But a bunch of these Hydras go down. I think Solar really messed up the execution on this. He could have killed that whole worker line, and then he'd be in a much better position. He's still got a scary Hydra force, but it's not as scary as it was, and he should be going into the natural. That's the right call. Split your army up. If you can wrap around this army, That's going to be the way to do it. Focuses down the Stasis and the Oracle, gets rid of them. The Stalker count starting to minimize. Moving command forward to focus the Colossus would be very bad. Does get rid of the Archon and the Zealots, but the Hydra count's thinning out, and I think Solar's going to have to tap. Hero is going to force a game 5, defending the 60 drone Hydraling. That was a big mistake. Don't get me wrong, guys. Colossus coming out is bad, but this was a big window, right? Let's check it. I do think, guys, he showed the Lings a bit too early, number 1. And number 2, these Hydras just needed to move in. I mean, they're stuck behind each other here. And even at move in, they're all stuck behind each other. And then finally, he's got most of them shooting, but even then, 3 Hydras not attacking. He's not killing the Zealots. I mean, it's not a massive amount of time. I don't know if it wins in the game, but I think he could have cleared a lot more of those units very quickly there, and then maybe even stood his ground and kept fighting. It's always hard because the ability to just teleport half of your army from the other side of the map is a very powerful ability. Don't get me wrong. I think the biggest mistake is honestly the upgrades. I think if we actually look at this, in hindsight, now that I've analyzed this, there's one thing. If he just went Muscular Augments first, then Groove Spines, he wins this game. Obviously, the range upgrade's a bit better for defending the Stalker pressure, which he wanted for over here. But if you're committing this much to basically an all-in, movement speed is always going to be more important. It also means he maybe could have surrounded these Stalkers, closed in, and shut them down if he wanted to do it that way. But either way, flip that upgrade order. I think there's a good chance Solar wins this 3-1. All right, guys, it's going to be decided here on Ruby Rock. And oh my god, to the surprise of nobody, he's going to go block immediately. And this map's a bit smaller. Can he get it? No! Solar, get it. Okay, Solar, he goes hatchery before Overlord. He gets it down. And he says, thou shall not block me. This will be a much easier early game for me. It is really hard to defend a bloody double Adept pressure into an Oracle when you have to take that third. But much easier now. Solar, of course, will build the second Extractor Trick. Goes to the Overlord. I think I'll build 3 drones on that Overlord pops and then go pool into gas. Hold on. Have a little chew on the probe there. Nip him on the butt. Some problems you nip on the bud. Nip it in the bud. The probe, you nip it in the butt. Since drones do have little nippers, which they use to try and poke enemies. SCVs use drills, probes have a taser, drones have little nippers, as you can see. They'd be good for gardening, wouldn't they? Probe still being a bit of a nuisance. I do like the way Solar deals with it. Just pulls a drone to chase it away. And pretty standard. Nexus core. Second gas on 21. Should be seeing a second pylon after this probe. So that probe queues up. And then he gets 100 minerals. And he builds the second pylon. Goes down. That's the pylon building sound I made there with my mouth. Probes dancing. Chat says if Solar had better APM, he wouldn't pull a drone. Mate, Raynor has like 600 APM, and he lost every single micro battle with Hero last time he played him when the probe was harassing him by not pulling the drone. I don't think Solar has the best drone pull micro. Like, it's pretty good. I think he could hot swap the drone around a bit more to chase the probe away. But he might even get this kill, which would actually be really nice. Stalker first for Hero. Oh, hello. The Overlord sees it, goes back to the safety of the pillar. Temporary safety. If the Lings kept chasing, I think they would have killed the probe, but I think Solar thought it was an Adept. Didn't want to throw his Lings away, so he was going to pull back. Now, Hero sometimes doesn't patrol the Stalker. This time he is, to make sure there's no escape route. Because remember, it's directional. This pillar is going to block your vision in a certain direction. So if he wasn't watching, the Overlord could run off. If he's standing on the right, it could run to the left. If he's standing above it, it could run south. But instead, he'll be able to do that till the Oracle's out. Third hatchery up front for Solar. It's not a bad map for a Queen Walk. I feel like from this front hatchery, you can actually explode across the middle of this map. You guys have exploding tree warnings in Ontario right now? Youch. It's the kind of cold where your car doesn't sound happy. I don't even know what that means. Like creaking and stuff? Oh, damn. Oh, that's insane. All right, Ling's gonna rotate. Let's get in. Oracle will just turn on the laser, but only gets rid of one of them. Full scout, sees the double Oracle. Great scout for Solar. This Overlord's going to try to run away to just buy a few more seconds on its life. Waste the Stalker's time a bit more. A few more Lings coming forward. Evo Chamber. Ah, he's worried about Blink. Wants to go for the early melee. Probably into a Bane Nest in case it's Glaive Adepts or Zealots. I don't mind that style. I just think it's a bit dangerous if Hero does something like an early Archon charge pressure. But that Twilight timing reeks of Glaive Adepts. Oh no! Quick Robo! Do you think Glaive Adept? I think Archon. I think this is an Archon drop. Yeah, I think he's going to do an Archon Zealot attack. +1 melee is not very useful against that, neither are the Banelings. I mean, the Banelings help a little bit against the Zealots, but not against the Archons. Yeah, the car will creak. It will sound generally unwell. Displays don't respond and sort of smear on the backup camera. Doesn't shift properly. It's great. Well, I'm going to the beach tomorrow. Good to be in Australian summer right now. One Adept does get damaged, but happy to pay that price for a few Zerglings. Adepts aren't really going to help out much as time goes on. 5 Queens only. He's done a good job of not overcommitting to Queens, I would say. Oracle's going to be a D-bag. That's a dead Oracle if he commits. He does get the Stasis Trap off, but he loses the Oracle. I think Solar's happy to pay that price. Obviously, he thought he was going to kill the Oracle. Otherwise, he would have ran the drones away. Bit of an overcommit there. Templar Archives is coming in as well as that Warp Prism, guys. Honestly, the Prism's a bit late, so I think he can morph the Archons in the natural and then pick them up with the Prism as he leaves. Things go for a surround, but a bit cocky. There was no second Oracle. That would have been a brilliant move. As it was, he gets a few Adepts. It's not too bad. Forces a few more Warp-ins. Lots of gateways coming. It's an 8-gate pressure, and the lair has not finished, which means the Hydra Den is miles away. So he's going to have to defend Archon Zealot with Ling Bane. You can do it. You got to have really good control. 10 Banes are morphing right now. Soul is actually going for his own timing. Oh, or he might bust in. If the Archons aren't in position, this could be huge. Because they're going to go attack south. But they might see the Lings coming. Oh, he sees it. He sees it. Hero, react. Hero's not watching. Hero does not pull his Prism Drop around. Banelings are waddling in. Oh my gosh, 6 probes go down instantly. Luckily for him, though. Oh no, the Lings are in. Lings and Banes smashing through the third into the natural as well. So many Lings, but the Archon drop. It looks like he recalled that to the main. And an Archon in the main will definitely dispatch of that. Lings are going to take care of the third base, though. +1 melee looking so good, man. These Lings run away. Can't fight an Oracle and an Archon together. Oh, these probes, they're so damaged. A Baneling got in there. 17 workers have gone down. This is a disaster for Hero. Solar, this is an old Dark style attack, guys, where he would go up to about 45 to 55 drones and then just make a whole bunch of Zerglings, a surprise wave of Banelings. And it was always predicated on the Oracles kind of moving across the map, missing it, and you coming in from the angle, normally from the bottom to bust the wall. But he came from the top right, and it still worked very effectively. Now, the question is, can he defend the counter? Because, yes, there's an Archon still there. These Zerglings going to get in to the main base. He's got a Spine Crawler building, a Spore trying to move to the front. It's 5 Queens, 1 Hydra, 7 Banes. Banes are good versus Zealots. Oh, my God, he clumps up so much. Classic Hero clumping his Zealots into the Baneling. The Oracle flies into the Spore. The other Spore is actually attacking the Warp Prism. Beautiful move. The Queens and the Spore kill the Warp Prism. They get it. The Hydras and the Lings are on top. Solar here pulling a page out of Dark's book. He says Dark might be stuck in the military, but I will do him justice for the glory of Zerg. I will honor him with my strategic choice. And it is such a good way to catch Hero off guard. Hero's Archon timing was a little bit late. I thought the recall home might be enough, but the quick focus on that third Nexus was just brilliant. And now 43 probes to 63. Bane speed's on the way. Both Hydra upgrades coming in. His last Zerglings get cleaned up. It's a 2-base Protoss against Hydra Bane. And that's rough. He's doing this build because Hero doesn't hold position in the wall. I mean, it definitely makes it a bit better. Your Lings can just run in, but this would even work on a lot of players who do have a unit in the wall. Dark's made it work many times over the years. It's a good timing, man, because if you don't do it too often, it's very unexpected. It's one of those things that's it's not good if you did it every game, but if you do it 1 in 10, Oh, good at surprising him. Banelings chasing the Zealots, dude. The Zealots take some pretty big Banelings there. The Hydras are just going to gun through everything else. Queens with mass transfuse. And Solo with an excellent setup. You got to appreciate that timing. How many drones did he have with it, guys? So he went 53. 53 drones, and it's just, yeah, with +1 melee finished. Banes on the right. I do think Banes on the left are usually better because then the probes can't escape without recalling. You split some Banes that way, some Banes this way. And he actually did have a unit in the wall, but it's poorly placed. You can see the Stalker's way too far out front. There's 3 Zerglings can attack it at a time, and he doesn't wall off behind it. Hero reacted really slowly. And I gotta say, if Hero reacted faster, he could have defended this. Because remember, this Archon drop flew right past the Lings running in. This was bad execution for Hero, and a devious build for Solar. Kind of combination there. Solar played quite well. Hero made a few doo-doos at a crucial moment. GG, well played. Really nice way to finish the series off for Solar, and a rare victory over Hero, who often does have his number. GG, well played.